It is the Zach Sang Show. We got Heather.
Yeah.
We got Dan. And we welcome Khalid. Hello.
Yes, we
Hey. Thank you, guys.
Look at that smile, though.
Thank you.
Come on. So you wake up this morning.
Yeah.
So much to be grateful for, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking?
It was crazy because when I went to sleep, I dreamt about the VMAs. So I thought that it was a continuous dream, that it didn't happen. Woke up, checked my social media, and I'm like, I actually won Best New Artist at the VMAs. And my first VMAs, and that I've ever been to. So it was crazy. It was great.
It really is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you had to kind of pinch yourself and kind of remind yourself of reality through this journey so far?
All the time. I feel like I have moments where I just stop and I'm like, wait, is this really happening right now? Am I really doing this right now? Do I really have all these fans right now? And my friends are always the ones to be like, yeah, this is happening and there's no going back. This is going to happen.
It's your life now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no going back.
Yeah.
Does that scare you at all?
It's a little overwhelming because I feel like I'm such a I feel like I'm an approachable person. And I feel like a lot of people don't. Well, a lot of people see that, but it does get a little overwhelming. I mean, a lot of people approach me fast, like fans. And I like it. I love talking to fans, but sometimes I feel like they don't realize that I'm one of them sometimes.
Do you have a plan in your head or the people around you to say like, okay, I want to make sure I'm doing this, this, and this, so then I don't lose sight of everything. I don't become not approachable.
Right. For me, I feel like the main thing that helps me keep sane or keep myself is my friend group. My friend group is always around me. They were there when I won last night. They were in the audience cheering, screaming. They have videos. It was awesome. But they're the ones that keep me 19. Because this is such a fast job that things are happening so fast that I personally felt like I was aging at the speed of light. I'm 21. I'm not 21. I'm 31 with gray hair on my beard and, but they keep me young. Every time we're on the bus, we all play Mortal Kombat. And
very good.
It's my breakaway point. I'm like, you know what? I am a regular teenager.
Now, this friend group you have around you, are they all from El Paso?
I'm actually a military child, so 2 of my best friends, actually 3 of my best friends, I met in Germany.
Got it.
One, I've been friends for 12 years. So it's insane it's insane to think about the fact that I've been friends with him for 12 years. But he actually moved to El Paso before I started making music. So when I moved to El Paso, he was there.
Wait, so you met him in Germany, and then he just by chance ended up in El Paso.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
fate.
That's the universe.
Meant to be best friends.
Exactly.
That's fate saying to you, as you go to El Paso, your senior year of high school, where you know nobody, that there's somebody there for you.
And that I needed to surround myself with him.
Wow.
It's like a guardian angel.
Exactly. No,
Tell him I said that.
He's right there.
Oh.
What's your name?
Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. Nice to meet you. You spent 6 years in Germany.
Yeah.
How old were you during that time?
So I moved there at the end of my first grade year, and I left 7th grade, and I moved to New York, and I was there until my junior year of high school, and then that's when I moved to El Paso.
And before Germany, it was like Kentucky.
Yeah, before Germany, it was Kentucky. Before Germany, I feel like my move to Germany was just so abrupt that I don't even really remember anything before Germany.
You're young too.
You're young,
Yeah.
and it's a huge culture shock.
Exactly. I was super young, and the move was, it's like you go from living like an American and boom, you're just in Germany. You're surrounded by the German language. When I had moved back to the States, I was a little uncomfortable because I didn't hear people speaking German around me. I was like, this is weird. Why aren't people talking in German? And I had to get used to it.
What'd you learn about people from your time in Germany?
I learned that I feel like I learned a lot about body language.
Okay.
Especially since I couldn't speak that much German. And I have a German friend. He's one of my best friends. He's fluent in German. That's his first language. We learned how to connect on body language because sometimes we didn't know what word to say to talk to one another.
And that obviously helps you moving forward in life because you can read people really well.
It helps me read people. I feel like it helps me, live based off of vibes, live based off of positivity and expressing myself. And I mean, it helps me smile a lot more because I want people to know that I'm happy. And not upset all the time.
American Teen is the name of the album.
Yes.
It's all about vibes.
Yes.
It's all about life.
Exactly.
You've reached a new level of being able to kind of come out of yourself and into so many other people.
Right.
Not an easy thing to do.
No.
What is that journey for you when you're writing a song?
For me, when I wrote American Teen, it was definitely a process of self-acceptance. When I wrote the album, I was like, you know what? I want to learn a lot more about myself, but about my friends as well. And so it was very emotional because I wasn't just telling my stories anymore. I was telling the stories of people around me. And I was telling stories of, heartbreak, of loss, of moving. I wrote my first song, Saved, after my move from New York to Texas. And it was hard to write, but the moment that I wrote it, I feel like my doors were definitely open. I was super expressive, and after the creation of the album, I was so much happier.
Was Save the first song you ever wrote?
Yes.
Ever? Like there's no like notebook somewhere of you just trying to formulate a song?
There might have been trying. I used to think I was a rapper back in high school, honestly. But I was never good, and everything that I wrote, I burned. But when I had actually sat down and I was like, you know what? I want to write a song. I want to finish a song. Saved was the first thing that came to mind. It's almost like the song flew out of me. And every song on the album, it's almost like it flew out of me because it's a part of me.
What kind of person are you in a room? Do you sit back and watch, or do you actively participate?
I'm a participator. I was, high school. I was president of the Multicultural Club.
Nice.
Vice president of the Spanish Club.
All right.
Do
you speak Spanish?
I do a little. I'm not that good anymore, and I live in El Paso. It's crazy, but
But you're vice president of the Spanish Club,
right?
Come on.
I was captain of the step team.
But cool.
Yeah.
You were prom king.
I was prom king.
Mr.
I was prom
Popular.
royalty 2 years in a row.
What?
Okay?
Oh.
So I feel like I'm out of my friend group. I'm the icebreaker. Like, I'm the one, if it gets quiet, I'm the one to always talk first and be like, so, what's going on, guys? How are we doing today?
You seem so chill, though. You seem so quiet.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
it's a mixture. Sometimes I'm chill. Sometimes I need to chill.
All right.
It's like there's no in between.
In high school, there was a guy who was a douche, right? He was a popular kid.
Oh, yeah.
He hated your music.
Yeah, hated it.
Look at you now.
He secretly loved it.
Probably. He was jealous.
He must have been jealous because you were
Yeah.
popular too. I mean, you were the prom king.
Mm-hmm.
People loved you.
Yeah.
When you started releasing music, what was that feeling like when you went into school the next day? Outside of this one douche
Right.
kid, everybody else kind of took to you in droves.
I was kind of nervous and I was scared, and I was very shy about it because when I had made a play song before. That was technically the first. Saved is the first for me. But it was me and another one of my best friends, Jerry. We were in the studio playing around. I uploaded the song on SoundCloud, and for me it was just a me and Jerry thing, like us. Like, we get to listen to it. We have a place to listen to the song. Our friends get to listen to it. But everyone in the school found out about it, and they started passing the song around, and I was like, whoa. But even though the song to me was not that great, everyone was singing it in the hallways. They were coming up to me like, oh, like, this song is so great. Literally had 1,000 plays. They're like, this song is just so amazing. And then that's when that one kid was like, no, that song sucks. And it was making a video and it was talking about me. And I was new. So I feel like the moment that I heard that someone made a video about me, my heart dropped. It's like my heart fell out of my chest. And I was like, oh my God, everybody hates me. Like, what am I doing?
Oh.
But I had talked to Jerry and I was like, you know what? I could either approach the guy and fight him, or I could fight him in a positive way. And so I made Saved, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put my all into this song. I feel like that guy, I don't want to give him too much credit, but negativity definitely inspires me.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing people doubt me back in the past in high school, telling me that that's not for you, don't do that. That inspires me to actually do it.
What else inspires you? It's your mom.
My mom, my friends, my peers. My peers inspire me. There's so much amazing music coming out this year this is a great year for music. And it just inspires me to go back, and I'm like, I can't wait until I get to work on the second album and I get to make music and improve, because I've learned so much about myself as an artist and as a person through the process of, my life switching on its side. So I'm excited.
What have you learned about yourself since, really, dude, this started in like 2016, late 2015.
Yeah.
We're only in 2017.
I know. I learned that I am a stronger individual than I thought. I'm brave because this is definitely a career for the brave.
Yeah.
To step out there and put yourself through a level of vulnerability and allow people to get to know who you are through music. Not a lot of people could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I could do it, the fact that even when I won, the fact that I could walk out there and speak in front of millions, I was like, I gotta be brave.
I watched a bunch of interviews to get one answer, and I haven't been able to find it.
Mm-hmm.
How did this all happen so fast?
For me, I feel like my military, background helped a lot, because when I had uploaded the song on SoundCloud, I had literally had a friend in almost every state. So every friend listened to it. They shared it on their own will. I didn't tell anyone to listen to it. I was like, you know what? Check it out if you want. I wasn't pushing it anywhere. I wasn't sending it to people. And they shared it to someone else, who shared it to someone else, who shared it to someone else. And the music definitely took off super fast.
Grassroots.
Yeah.
So do you kind of feel like your career blew up overnight?
No, I don't. Because I look back, I'm like, I worked so hard. Like, I remember the creation of the album. I was in the studio every day, 12 hours a day, creating a song a day that I loved. I loved every song. But I look at the work and even my friends, for me, it feels like I've been doing this for years, but the album came out March 3rd.
Did none of this ability surprise you or anybody around you? Because it's very rare that you can go from just like, making songs, right? And it's just starting you and your friend.
Right.
And then being able to populate and create an entire album.
Oh, I get surprised all the time. Every accomplishment, and we mark them, we check. every accomplishment, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I've done that, and I've done that so fast. And for me, I feel like it's almost like a competition within myself. I'm like, how much can I achieve at the age of 19 before I can't say that I'm a teenager anymore?
There you go.
What else is on your list?
I definitely want to win a Grammy.
Yes.
There you go.
Hopefully I think, actually, I'll be 20.
Darn it.
I'll be 20 during the Grammy.
But technically the album came out when you were 19. And they're going based on that.
Yeah.
So.
We'll let that one slide.
Yeah,
We'll let
so
that one
hopefully
slide.
I won it at 19 when I'm 20.
There you go.
Do you know that you were meant to do this?
I definitely feel like I was meant to do this. When I was a kid, and one of my other best friends, Adela, she can vouch for me.
Hi, Adela.
I used to, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Remember when I used to stand on the tables, literally in the gazebo at the Zipline Park, and I used to sing at the top of my lungs, over and over, singing all these different songs. I didn't know who I thought I was. I wasn't performing for anyone, and I would sing at the top of my lungs like there are millions of people in front of me. And then you fast forward 8-7 years, and I'm literally doing that, but it's actually real life.
I watched you go back to that moment, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
When how often are you talking to your mom?
All the time. I talked to her right after I won last night.
Of course, gotta call mom.
Yeah, she was so happy for me. I actually met one of her favorite artists, Pink, last night.
Cool.
That's my mom's favorite artist too.
Yeah.
She's a mom artist.
Exactly. And so right when I met her, I was like, Mom, I met Pink. She's like, no way. She was so excited.
Does she feel like you're carrying out her dream? Because your mom was a musician.
Yeah.
She had a prestigious role within the military. She was part of the Army band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely carrying out her dream, and she gets to live it vicariously through me, which is super great, because every accomplishment I make, I can see the genuine happiness and how proud she was or is of me, because when I started making music, she was the main person that I would turn to, and it took a lot out of me to go to her and show her my music. I'm like, Mom, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to college. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, no. She's like, all right, just graduate high school first and then do whatever you want.
She sacrificed to give you ultimately that opportunity.
Yeah. She took a big sacrifice, because she's a way better singer than me, and she could have gone so far, but I feel like she believed in me before I was even anything. You know, she hoped that I would live my best life, that I would go out there, that I would be responsible. Even when she saw me and I was, 3 years old, banging on pots and pans and trying to make music and trying to keep up with her dancing, she saw all of it. And I mean, all of it came true.
Can we get a Linda Wolf feature?
Yes. One day when I get over the fact that she's going to destroy me on my own song.
That's funny.
So you were in high school when you wrote this whole entire album, right?
I wrote half of the album in high school. So I started it, and when I wrote Location, I wrote Shot Down, I wrote Hopeless, I wrote so many things. I wrote American Teen that same week, and I stopped a little bit, and we let Location come out. And right when it took off, I was like, well, okay, now I kind of have to make a whole album.
So would you just sit in class all day and write songs?
Oh, yeah. I was in class. I'd write on my phone all the time. Every time I got a break period of just me time, I would write. I would write out my feelings. Right now, I love writing on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really fun for me.
Why is it? Is it because you're surrounded about, like, you're really on a plane? I always think about this. Everybody needs to fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's every different type of human being
Right.
in that tin can in the sky.
And they're all going somewhere.
Yeah.
Like there's a destination for everybody. And I think about that all the time. Especially, I love riding in the car in the back seat, of course. Not
Not
when I'm
while
driving.
driving.
But I mean, I'm one of those people who can look at someone in a car or on the plane, and I have a whole thought out plan of how their life went, where they're going, where they're gonna go, why they're on this plane right now, why they're on this car ride in traffic. I think about everything. I'm like, okay, he's going to go visit her, to do this, to do that. I think about that all the time, and it helps me write music.
But there's like a level of empathy there, and like being able to, like, again, like I said before, like lift yourself out of your being and kind of enter somebody else.
I feel like it's always sad because you never know what they're going through, even if you
Yeah.
want to. You never know what they're gonna go through. But you know what? I know what I'm going through, and hopefully what I'm going through relates to them as well.
Do you think of a moment where, like, do you get afraid by being out of touch, where you get to a point in life where you look at somebody and you can't do what you just explained?
I do get afraid sometimes. I feel like now with the separation of, my career, like I have personal conversations with my fans, but they're never really longer than, a couple of minutes. Like I could never really sit down and talk to somebody other than my friends for an hour just to know where their head is at. I can only do that through music, which is great. And I love doing that through music. But sometimes I wish, I could just walk down the street, see a stranger, and just have a conversation on a park bench or something.
You can.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
It would be dope.
On the last 20 seconds of the song American Teen, where did that it sounds like it was recorded on a phone.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
And who's in it?
A lot of my friends, a lot of my close friends, we actually, it was super impromptu. It was so last minute. After I recorded the song, I threw all of my friends in the same studio booth as me, the small studio booth. We all huddled around the mic, and we all sang the words to the song. Because for me, American Teen, it's almost like a time capsule just for my youth. And so having my friends a part of it, my best friends a part of it, looking back 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, wow, I really did that with my friends.
What gave you this strong value on friendship? Was it being bullied growing up? Was it not living in one place forever? And
For me, it was definitely moving.
Yeah.
For me, it allowed me to realize, you know what, friendships are temporary, but only if you allow them to be. If you really feel a friendship, if you really love surrounding yourself with someone, you're going to work to keep them around you, and they're going to do the same. And I've had a lot of loss of friends. I've lost so many friendships with moving. Even with my career, I've lost so many friendships. But the friendships that I have right now are the strongest that they've ever been.
And congratulations on 1 million followers on Instagram.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
Yeah.
But being popular on Instagram, like you said, as your career progresses, you lose people.
Yeah.
You had to unfollow people on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
You did a whole post about it. You apologized.
Yeah.
You made it clear that this does not affect my thoughts and my opinions on you.
Yeah.
So why'd you unfollow them then?
I had to unfollow them because it was just so cluttered, It was just so cluttered, and my Instagram turned from me being personal and posting everything about my life to, okay, I really believe in myself that I'm going to be an artist, and I want to be able to have the platform where I can speak to my fans and not just my friends. So I definitely had to unfollow a lot of people.
Are you worried about album number 2 and like the whole sophomore slump, because your lifestyle and the life you're living now is completely different than the first album?
I'm not worried. For me, music is based off of feelings, and I'll start working on it when I start feeling. You know, when I'm going through it, when I feel like I need something to talk about, I'm not gonna force myself to hurry up and get in the studio and be like, you got to do this, because the first album happened so naturally. The second album has to happen the same.
No deadline, no nothing.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just whenever I'm feeling, because I'm still writing to this day. So whenever I feel it, I'm definitely gonna go back in, and I'm gonna make how I feel. I'm gonna make how my friends feel, and I mean, hopefully everyone hears that.
When was the last time you were hit with inspiration?
All the time. I feel like last time I was hit with inspiration, actually, Carlos always hears me sing in the shower because we always get joint hotel rooms, and so every time I'm in the shower in the hotel, I'm writing a new song.
That's where it happens.
Yeah, the shower is my safe place.
The steam releases the thoughts and creativity. into the
Exactly.
universe.
But you're
It's
so
just like
vulnerable
that.
in there.
Yeah.
You're just lonely and
Yeah.
naked.
Literally and
You should do like-
figuratively.
You should like a Young, Dumb, and Broke Part 2, make it Young, Dumb, and Rich.
Ooh, soon. Gotta get rich first.
I mean, listen, you're on like this sold out tour. I'm sure you got some money coming in.
Just a little.
Have you bought anything kind of crazy yet?
I'm actually going to buy something super crazy. I'm actually going back to El Paso. Had to go back to El Paso, and I'm buying 2 cars.
Nice.
Who are the cars for?
Me and me.
Nice.
Treat yourself.
What are they? What are you gonna buy?
I'm buying a Range,
Okay.
Nice.
and then I'm buying a BMW M6.
Whoa.
My,
Okay.
my dream car ever since I was a little kid, and I was like, nah, I gotta buy it.
Isn't it crazy though? You're 19 and you can already buy your dream cars.
It's ridiculous, and I told myself, I even said it in an interview not too long ago. I was like, I want to be able to buy the technically I made it car,
Yeah.
So I could drive around the city and inspire others, so they could look at me and be like, wow, I could do this too, and chase for their dreams.
That's beautiful.
What's it like going back to El Paso now? Do people treat you differently, or is it kind of like being at home?
Oh, nah, they definitely, I can't walk around the city.
But do you want it that way?
I wish I could I wish I could go to my favorite restaurants. Yeah. But, I mean, I go when no one's there.
That's.
Yeah.
I can't walk around the mall anymore like a normal kid, though.
But you rep a city. Like, did you ever think growing up, moving into so many different places, that you would actually be synonymous?
No, because I mean, I never really felt like other than Germany, I never really felt like I had a hometown. So the fact that I have a hometown and I have a city, even though I wasn't there for so long, they rep me like I'm their child. It's great. It's insane, and I love going back. Every time I go back, I feel like there's a parade going on.
For you?
For me. Every time I go back, everyone always finds out that I'm back. And they always find out where I am, and they always pull up, and it's beautiful. I like it. One day, maybe I'll walk in the mall just to do it. My security would definitely go insane.
Do you fear losing anonymity and this like sense of identity because everybody knows you now?
For me, I mean, it's always a thought, because I feel like sometimes I'm a realist. Even though I'm an optimist, I feel like sometimes I'm a realist, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I am going to change regardless. I am definitely going to change because things are going to get so different for me, and it's happening super fast. But as long as I keep who I am inside of me, as long as I keep my friendships and my relationship with my mom, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to live my best life, and I'm going to do my best job of relating to anybody, to any of my fans.
How'd you get on Kendrick's The Heat Part 4?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy because that actually happened from a song that I was making that was going to go on my album that I never finished. And so one of the producers who was working on that song took the vocals and chopped it all up and made a beat out of it. Kendrick found the beat and was like, I want this to him, so I want to record it right now.
Damn.
So, yeah, it was crazy.
And this all spawned from your friends in every different state
Oh, yeah.
sending out your music
Isn't
and
that
it's spreading.
ridiculous? Isn't that crazy just how life works? And this is a span of a year and a half.
What's your favorite song off the album right now?
Ooh, Angels.
Okay.
My favorite song is Angels, other than I love 18.
It's mine.
Yeah, I love 18. But Angels is a very serious song for me because I actually wrote that song based off of my friends and based off of my family. Because to me, I do feel like they're my guardian angels. Like they're the ones who are looking down on me, even when they're around me, to make sure that, I think about it, I'm like, how is all this happening to me? And it's just because of just the positivity that I surround myself with.
And knowing that you're around really positive people,
Right.
you got to bring, like, maybe you want to take relationships to a next level, right?
Yeah.
Positivity and being a friend is like the baseline of that.
Oh, yeah. The baseline of I feel like you always have to start a friendship based off of positivity, understanding, getting to know who they are. And we open up all the time. Like Carlos and I will literally sit in the back of my tour bus and cry sometimes, just based off of just how we're feeling. He's away from his family for the first time in his life, and he was scared. He was nervous because his family lives in Korea.
Wow.
And so I had to become his family here.
Oh, Carlos.
Carlos.
Look at him
That's
getting all
a
emotional. Is he gonna tear up right now?
I
But
think
that's
yes,
for
yes,
life,
yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
You don't break that, you know?
Oh, Carlos.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
What was it like sharing the stage with Logic last night during his performance?
It was great because I love the fact that Logic stepped up to be an advocate for just mental illness and mental health, because it's not talked about enough, especially in the music industry. And for me, and my own community, in the African American and the Black community. And so the fact that I was able to step up and to be a voice and to sing to so many people just about the fact that, I do want to be alive, and that they should want to be alive too. And it's a lot to say, but just the fact that someone listened to it and someone was touched by it and someone's having a brighter day, that means a lot to me.
When you first heard that song, what'd you think?
When we first began the process of creating the song, I played my album before it came out, and he played me his album before it came out. And he told me that there's a song missing. He played the basis of the song. I found out the storyline, and I was like, yes, of course. And I wrote it right there. I recorded it right there, and
Wow.
yeah, it happened.
How do you approach collaborations? Silence with Marshmello is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Do you listen to the song first? Do they ask you? Like, what is that process like?
For me, I love collaborating in front of each other. Right when we're around each other. And most of my friendships start off of Twitter. Marshmello and I kind of started off of Coachella. We were talking about working ever since Coachella. We got together not too long ago, actually, a couple of months ago. And I wrote the song right there with him. He produced the song around what I was writing. And Silence is just one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
Wow. A lot of people won't do things like that, right? If you want me to feature, collaborate, send me the record. I'll get you back something.
Nah, I gotta be there because I gotta feel it.
You're a human connection guy.
Yeah, I gotta feel that. I gotta feel their energy. I have to know what they want to write about. What do you want to talk about right now? And once I know, I'm like, let's go. Like, let's write this song based off of that, based off of this feeling, based off of just the fact that we just have so many great vibes in this room right now. Let's make a record. And that record, literally, I look at the words of the song and I'm like, wow, it's so powerful to me.
Do you think you have art that you've created so far that will last forever?
Hopefully it lasts forever. For me, I definitely want to go down as what my influences mean to me. I want a younger individual to look at me and be like, wow, that's my influence. That inspired me to create, to make music, to be expressive, to be open about myself, to not be scared to take risks. Because American Teen was a risk. It was such a risk for me. But, influences like Frank Ocean, Tracy Chapman, all the Fleetwood Mac, Father John Misty, all those people, I want to be that to someone else.
Your Fleetwood cover is awesome, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
You go.
I was going to say, now that you're obviously very successful, but now since last night you're all over television making headlines, you think people will start calling you Khalid and not Khalid now?
Hopefully. It's crazy because I actually got stopped by paparazzi last night afterwards, and a lot of them were calling me Khalid, but there was just one Khalid just in the back, just piercing my ears.
There's always
I'm like,
one.
I gotta keep walking. I can't stop.
I mean, that could lead to a Khalid collaboration, which would be pretty
that
dope.
would be awesome, and that would just be great. He's a cool dude. I met him, and right when I met him, he was like, "Yo, we have the same name."
You're like,
That's my Khalid impression. It wasn't that good, but it was dope.
What were we talking about with Shawn Mendes last night?
Oh, I mean, we were just talking about just the fact that he's just killing it right now, and I told him that. That was literally probably what I was saying in that picture. I was probably saying, "Dude, you're killing it right now." His performance was great.
He's incredible.
It was so amazing. I mean, I saw a video of me dancing to it. It was a little embarrassing. Well, BB Rexa, shout out to her. She killed it.
Yeah.
BB Rexa was like, come on, come up. I'm like, yeah. We just started dancing. Just based off the feeling of just his powerful performance.
Whose phone numbers did we get last night? Any new friends?
I talked to Kesha.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
She's
That's
a good
fun.
egg.
Yeah. Katy Perry too.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, there were so many people there, and it's crazy because I'm like, wow, all these people kind of know who I am.
Yeah. And you definitely know who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy? Like 2 years ago, you were just in high school, and now 2 years later, you're mingling and dancing and hanging out with the most famous people in the world.
It's crazy because for me, I'm Khalid, and I know who I am. My friends do, but then when I'm going on the stage to accept a speech, and you have Ellen in the corner, and you have all these crazy amazing people who are watching me accept this, and they know who I am. They know my name, and they know how to pronounce my name.
Yeah, that's the most important right there.
Who's the voicemail in therapy?
Oh, my friend Jocelyn from El Paso, Texas. So I really, when I had created that, I was like, you know what? I want one of my friends to be a part of it because I wanted it to be a time capsule that we look back and like, oh, look, you were a part of it as well. And I had 4 friends practically audition without their knowledge.
That's funny.
I was like, just send me something that, you would tell someone that you met at a party that you started talking to, but you weren't really feeling them anymore. And you kind of just wanted to break away from them, but didn't want to be too mean. And Jocelyn.
That's easy.
Jocelyn sent the perfect voicemail. I'm like, this was made for you. What are you doing? And after listening to it, I was sad. I was like, is she breaking up with me? Are we not friends anymore? What's going on? And I feel like it's the perfect touch of therapy.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Truly.
Shout out to Jocelyn.
Though I want to think, did I see you in Dr. Miami's Snapchat recently?
Yes.
How was your visit? How was your visit to that?
Dad, of course.
That's his
Well,
favorite,
I
that's his
love
favorite
Dr. Miami.
Snapchat.
Yeah,
like,
we're friends.
How was
We're-
that visit?
He's cool. We're friends. He's awesome. He was so nice. He showed my friends around.
Did you get to watch surgeries?
Ew.
Yeah. Gross. It makes me uncomfortable.
Get any work done?
Wait,
But-
so the only reason.
I didn't get any work done.
Wait, so
tummy
you
tuck
went
or something?
because your friends are fans and wanted to see The Office?
So my friends are definitely fans, but I'm a fan of him as well to an extent. I'm just like, I just get itchy just thinking
Yeah,
about it.
right? Ugh.
But I mean, we got to play around with like implants and stuff like that.
Cool.
That's
always
So
fun.
for a
Okay.
19-year-old mind, that was definitely a lot of fun.
What has been the most random random request from your friends?
They don't request for anything. Actually, they don't request for anything. They don't ask for anything. I mean, Carlos wanted me to say something in the speech last night. That was about it, but I forgot it.
What did you
All
want him to
right,
say?
there you go.
Carlos, what do you want him to say?
I told him to say that it was just the beginning, but I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just the beginning.
Yes, it definitely is.
When you think of the future, what do you think of?
Growth. Future, every time I think of the word future, I think of growth. I always want to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily with fame, but just the things that I learn about me and my friends or whoever, I want to educate myself. And after all is said and done, I kind of want to open a school for music education.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's amazing.
Plus, you're only 19. You'll probably get a little taller. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the hair might grow a little bit
Yeah,
taller
yeah.
too.
Oh, wait, one more thing. When you're done with that Flyers Lindros jersey, can I have it?
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
perfect. Thank you. I really want it.
Got
You've
it.
worn
Get
it in
his
so
address
many
out.
photos that you can't wear it any
Oh my
longer.
God, I think I
You
need
got it. You can have
There
it.
you go.
Send it to Dan. Khalid, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Jazz hands like that.